Good evening. Welcome in from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, as the Vikings are set to take on the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Will Limbus along with Blaine Bestel here. Perfect football weather in the middle of September. Doesn't get better than this. Am I right, Blaine?
You know, well, it sure doesn't. It's a little overcast tonight here in Fort Atkinson. Blackhawks wearing their black here. MHB on the far sideline wearing their away whites, but should be a great game. Fort Atkinson, having some struggles along the way here to get to where they are tonight. Mount Horeb Barneveld, can't say the same for them. Been on an absolute roll. Undefeated on the season so far tonight, looking to keep that going here tonight against the Blackhawks.
For certain, not only undefeated, they've seemingly won their game by double digits each time, barring the last one against the Silver Eagles, as that game was 37-32. Vikings won that contest. Still a win, though, but it's really good to see this high-powered offense matched with defense that can get to the quarterback.
Yeah, I think the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings saw that game last week against Monona Grove, had it there in the third quarter. Really, I think at that point the team went home, and the team was ready to go and is looking forward towards tonight's game. But Monona Grove came back, gave them a little bit of run for their money, and actually it affected them as they went in towards their weekly ranking. There are a couple comments saying, hey, this team's got to finish the games. They're able to finish that game, but you play 4 quarters for a reason.
For certain. Looked like they wanted to put the younger kids in there as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Of course, Valchef doing the kicking duties with McGuire out for a while after, I believe he broke his clavicle.
It was a clavicle injury for McGuire, so he's going to be on the bench for a little bit. So we're going to, a really high-powered key of this Mount Horeb Barneveld special team not able to be a part of this team at least for a few weeks, and I think that's gonna really make an impact here on the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings.
For certain, big impact as well on the defensive end, but for Fort Atkinson, their team led by quarterback Rocco Folker and wide receiver Lakin Hintz. Hintz with 5 touchdowns already on the year. As Folker gets the snap, hands off to Dressler. Dressler tries to get the edge, but is going to be swarmed by the Vikings for a decent loss on the play. Ryan Scogan first there for the Vikings. As Vikings fans been used to seeing that all year, really getting after it in the running game. As 2nd and 14 here.
2nd and 14 for the Blackhawks.
Folker's in the pistol. Dressler behind him. 2 receivers left. Looks left. Hits his intended target. Strasburg on the play. Gains a couple. Brooks Pernot there in on the stop. Nothing too surprising there, as he is one of their leading tacklers behind McGuire. As Vikings already forced a 3rd and long here. See what the Blackhawks can do. Folker rolls right. Looks back left, and is going to be sacked on the play. In there for the Vikings is Drew Primusberger on the sack.
Brought down by number 6, Drew Primusberger for the Vikings.
Great first stop here by the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense. Really sets that tone for the defense for the rest of the game. They know that they have this upper edge right here now. Can that convert into offensive possession? We're going to see in a few seconds.
Pretty short kick, as did have a little bit of pressure. Keel going to elect not to pick it up. Ball is going to be downed at the 36 of the Vikings. Pretty decent field position for the Vikings. Let's see what they can do here, as, of course, led by senior quarterback number 8, Casey Helgeson. Helgeson already this year with 15 touchdown passes, actually going along with 4 rushing touchdowns, so really a dual threat quarterback, and that just makes it all the harder for the defense to stop. Helgeson in the shotgun here. Get a quarterback option. Gonna run around the edge. Gonna get a first down and more. Helgeson up the field. Helgeson making more people miss. And he's finally gonna be brought down around the 30-yard line of the Blackhawks. What a first opening play for the Vikings there. As the offensive line as well as Owens was able to set that edge for Helgeson to run freely without being touched till at least he got past midfield there. What a start here for the Vikings.
They'll give him 38 yards on that run there for Helgeson. Like I said, what a start, first offensive play there for the Vikings.
He's going to keep it
He'll
again.
do it again.
He's going to get even more. All the way down to the 10. There's Helgeson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go right back to it there on the option. Elects to keep it himself and picks up another 20 there. Going to be first and goal for the Vikings. Helgeson in his shotgun. Owens and Primusberger in his backfield with them. Primusberger gets the carry. Primusberger's got the edge, and Primusberger's got the touchdown. What a quick start here for the Vikings, as Primusberger is the one to score, but Helgeson getting a big chunk of the yardage there with his legs. And the Vikings are up first, up here in the game, 6-0, and I think they're going to elect to go for 2 here. Yes, they will. Owens in the backfield. Helgeson under center. The give is to Owens, and Owens walks his way into the end zone. 8-0 Vikings. 8-0 Vikings. 8:48 left to go in the first quarter. Not too bad of an opening start for the Vikings here. What do you think, Blaine?
It's a quick start here for the Vikings, and that's what they like to see. They know that they can do that. They have that high-powered offense. We've seen it game in, game out. It led primarily by Helgeson, but of course you have some key runners there in the backfield. This Mount Horeb Barneveld offense has been something special all year. They started out quick here, 8-0 with 8:48 left to go here in the first, and I think Helgeson is liking those 60-plus yards he picked up on that first drive. We'll look to see how he progresses here throughout the game.
For certain, and to your point, talking about the high-powered offense, multiple key players, we didn't even get to see Helgeson use his arm there, as well as we didn't even get to see Trenton Owens, besides on the 2-point conversion, run the ball. Just goes to show how many playmakers this Viking offense does have, as Valches to kick off here. Going to be close to the sideline, fielded around the 10 by Hawson, and Hawson's going to make a couple people miss, take it up to around the 27 there. See where it is officially marked.
The tackle by number 31, Landon Baumkamp.
Baumkamp in on the stop for the Vikings. Baumkamp, one of the stud linebackers on this Vikings defense, really going to have to step up here with the absence of McGuire in the middle. Officially starting on the 26th of the Blackhawks. And Falker in the pistol. Dressler behind him. Give is to Dressler. He's going to pick up a few on that first down run.
Noah Last carried for the Black.
Last, and I carry, excuse me.
Stopped by Landon Baumkamp.
Baumkamp in again on the tackle there.
Gain of 5 second and 5.
Dressler in the game now for the Blackhawks. The lineup is a wide receiver, though, as Falker drops back. He's looking deep there early. Doesn't seem like they're sending an extra man too much, just beating them with 3 or 4 in this game.
Yeah, great defensive pressure so far for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. They are absolutely going to look to key off of that here and keep that pressure high. Only 1 sack so far for the defense, but pressure on nearly every play, forcing either errant throws or runs with really no progression.
This will be about a 3rd and 5 here. Falker drops back, looks away, whistle, plays blown dead. Not really sure what's.
There was a flag thrown on the far side, so we are going to say false start. That's going to move him back.
That's going to be tough because this Blackhawk offense has really yet shown to move the ball whatsoever. Already on their second possession, 3rd and 10, as Falker drops back, looks right, passes thrown out of the reach of intended wide receiver Ketterhagen. And a little bit of miscommunication there between quarterback and wide receiver, as it's going to be 4th down here. And Ketterhagen going to come out to punt for this really rough start for them. Not what you want to see, especially against an offense like the Vikings that can score with ease whenever they really want to. They can get hot, and it's really tough to stop. Already down 8-0 here. Ketterhagen punt is tipped. And it's going to be excellent field position for the Vikings as the ball is down around the 36 of the Blackhawks. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back. Vikings ball on Wisco Radio.
Just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success in the overall.
6.
The number 24, Reinsberger. The Blackhawks to stop by Drew Inger and Jack Connor.
Officially a gain of 5 there.
2nd and 5, Vikings.
2nd and 5 for the Vikings here from the 15 of the Blackhawks. Vikings obviously knocking on the door. Give here is to Owens, and Owens gonna get close, and he's gonna get in. Touchdown, Vikings. Trenton Owens on the 15-yard run as he just found the hole and he hit it.
15-yard touchdown run for Trenton Owens.
And got close but carried a couple of Blackhawk defenders into the end zone as the Vikings already up 14-0, 6:23 left to go here in the first, and they are going to go for 2 here. Owens in the backfield. The give is to Owens, and Owens is going to walk in untouched. Score is 16-0 Vikings. 6:22 left to go here in the first quarter, and we're going to take a quick break here on Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business House 0099 to set up an appointment today.
Welcome back here on Wisco Radio. Valchef set to kick off for the Vikings and not have their drive stall right around the same spot, especially after the pretty decent field position on the return. Got on the return from Braden Hausen. Give is to Dressler. And Dressler's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage, as it's going to be 4th down here, and the Blackhawks are sending out the punt team yet again. Ketterhagen. Ketterhagen really hoping to redeem himself after his first couple of punts were not really good. Of course, the second one there was blocked. Ketterhagen able to get this one away, and it's a decent punt. Keel's gonna like not to take it, gonna be down around the 31 of the Vikings, and that's where they're gonna start here. Vikings offense coming back out on the field. 4:41 left to go in the first quarter. Vikings already lead 16-0.
Vikings start 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Helgeson looking deep. He has Elstead, and a pass goes through his hands.
Helgeson's pass
Incomplete.
intended for Landon Elstead goes incomplete.
Maybe just a little bit of miscommunication or something. The DB was looking to make a good tackle. Maybe that caused it, but ball goes through Elstead's hands, excuse me. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 31 for the Vikings. Helgeson in the pistol. Owens behind him. Primusberger in motion. Give is to Owens. Owens tries to find a hole, but to no avail as he's going to be stopped for only a gain of 1. Going to be a 3rd and 9 here. I haven't seen the Vikings in this type of situation yet in this game, though it is early. 3rd and 9 here for the Vikings. Obvious passing situation, one would think. As Helgeson in the shotgun. Owens flanking his right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Give is to Keel, and Keel is going to get the first down and a little bit more.
Augustus pass complete to Chris Keel.
Going to take it up close to midfield at about the 48 officially.
Stopped by Lincoln Hintz and Jack Palmer.
As the Vikings noticed that the Blackhawks defensive backs were backed off a little and they ran a little quick screen. Got the ball to their playmaker Chris Keel right away and picked up the easy first down. Helgeson in the shotgun here. He's going to look left. Looked like he wanted to throw to Primusberger right away, but he held on to it for a second, then threw it. And a little bit of miscommunication there as the ball sailed over Primusberger's head. 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings from their 48. 3:32 left to go in the first quarter. Helgeson in shotgun. Primusberger and Owens 2 flanking him. Give is to Primusberger, and he goes nowhere. He's going to be actually dropped for a loss of 2 on the play.
Owen Primusberger on the carry. He was stopped by Trace Hedler.
3rd and 12 for the Vikings.
3rd and 12 for the Vikings.
We're in a similar spot last 3rd down a couple of plays ago. We're able to pick it up. See what they come up with here. As they're going to have 3 receivers right, 1 left. Owens in the backfield with Helgeson. Helgeson drops back, looks to the sideline, finds Keel. Going to be close to the sticks. I'm not sure that he...
Yeah, I don't think they're going to mark it. I think it's going to be short.
It is going to be short. Kind of tough to tell with the sticks on the other side.
He stopped by Lincoln Hintz.
But Keel not able to get it, and pretty obvious going to go for it. Still early in this game, so anything can happen.
Up by 16 already in this first quarter, clearly having the offensive momentum in this game up to this point. I would have been surprised if Brett St. Arnold, head coach for the Vikings, said no to this call.
we know they like to score. And the give is to Owens, and Owens is just going to barrel his way forward for the first down. Take it up to just across the 40-yard line of the Blackhawks.
The stop by Trace Adler and Jack Copper. Area was good for a Viking first down.
Helgeson comes out. He's got Owens to his left, one receiver right, two left. Gonna drop back to throw. Throw to Rick. And Rick is gonna pick up the first down. A little bit of like a tight end type screen there. Got Rick to the flats pretty quick. Gave him the ball and he did the rest. A little nice run after catch there.
Enough to keep the ball moving down the field. 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. 2:14 left to go. Vikings, as I mentioned before, clearly having this offensive momentum. In the first two drives, the Vikings were really going all out, making those big plays. And this drive is a little bit different, Will. I think they're going a little bit more traditional and a little bit more conservative on some of the play calls, just slowly and steadily driving down the field.
Yeah, it's always good to have a mix of both. Keeping the defense on their toes. As Helgeson drops back here, he is looking deep. And he's going to throw just over the head of intended target Gavin Rick. Not too often you see Helgeson overthrow his receiver, but he does there. Kind of hesitant on it. Just put a little too much on it. Would have been a touchdown, most likely, as his 2nd and 10 here from the 34. Or 29, excuse me.
And a nice mix of plays here by this Viking offense. It's a little misty, a little damp outside. It did rain a little bit before the game, but it's all dry, definitely overcast, but a nice mix of plays, keeping the ball in the air as well.
The give here is to Owens, and Owens makes a cut, makes another one. Strong hands, able to hang on to the ball. Tackle is made by Brogan Bosch.
Brogan Bosch made the stop for the Blackhawks.
Very smart play call there by the Vikings. Getting some yards at least, rather than just trying to throw. Getting some yards back and making it go from a 2nd and long to a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and short, actually. Here, 3rd and 2 from the 30. 1:07 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Helgeson sets. Helgeson looks. Got it. Get it to Elstead. And Elstead's going to be able to pick up the first down there.
Helgeson's pass was complete to Landon Elstead.
I really like what you're doing, like you pointed out. They're really showing a lot of different things. Like right there, they go with a bubble screen earlier on the drive. Something we really haven't seen all year is that little tight end screen to Gavin Rick. Got him to the flats really quick. And, of course, just adding in the run game there on that last play. It's nice to see a little bit of switching it up a little bit. As earlier in the season, it was really just they're going to throw it deep or they're going to run the ball. Now seeing a little bit more of the short and intermediate passing game as Helgeson drops back over the head of Elstead. Dangerous throw there as two Blackhawk defenders were close on the play. 28 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Vikings knocking on the door yet again. 2nd and 10 here. Helgeson checks, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Bumble snap, Helgeson able to jump back on it.
Interesting to note here, Will, just as I said, surprised to see the ball hit in the air as much as it has been. It has actually started to rain a little bit here in Fort Atkinson, so I think it's starting to get a little misty out there. I think I would expect to see the ball stay on the ground a little bit more, especially now with that misconnection, that fumble there for Helgeson. I'd expect to see the ball probably stay on the ground here a little bit as the conditions starting to worsen through the end of the first quarter here.
Certain 4 seconds left. I do not think the Vikings are going to snap it here as a little screen to Owens. And Owens finds some room. Owens Going to get down close to the end zone. Going to be stopped at the 1, as that is going to be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, with that here, we will take our end of quarter break here. 16-0. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings leading the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. You are listening and watching Mount Horeb Barneveld Football right here on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Welcome back to Fort Atkinson High School. Second quarter just underway at the 1-yard line. Owens trying to move it through. And there's going to be a touchdown. 5 seconds of runoff there in the second quarter. And another 6 points on the board for the Vikings. 22-0 now. The Vikings leading the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. And I assume that we'll see another 2-point attempt here for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings.
Like you said, 5 seconds into the second quarter, Vikings already put up another score. 22-0 here early as Owens lead back. Give this to Owens. Third time, it looked like the Blackhawks knew what was coming as they were able to stop Owens in the backfield there. Score is still 22-0 in favor of the visiting Vikings.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by First Weber, Mark Nortman and Associates. When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football, and that's where you'll find Mark Nortman and Associates. Call 608-575-3393 or visit Mark at nortman.firstweber.com. And by Kittleson Landscaping Incorporated. Be sure to cheer on your local sports teams just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscaping.
Valchef set to kick off for the Vikings. Back deep is Lakin Hintz and Braden Housen. Housen has gotten all 3 of the kickoff returns so far to this point, besides the one that has gone out of bounds, of course. And Valchef gonna kick it away, angles it towards the sideline, and Housen gets it here. Waits for his blockers, but he is not going to have much. As in on the stop there was Trenton Owens and Talon Stoner. Going to bring him down, brought him down, or Jack Wilson, excuse me, was in there. Ball is going to be spotted around the 28. First and 10 Blackhawks. This is really a make or break drive for them. Already down big in this game, needing to not only score but move show some ability to move the ball.
Yeah, Primusberger and Skogan really taking control of this Blackhawks defense on the defensive side for the Vikings. And I agree here, Will. This is a key critical drive for the Blackhawks to get a little bit momentum in their corner.
The handoff here is to Dressler. And just like you noted, Skogan in on the stop. Baumkamp as well. He's had a really nice game to this point. Been in there not only on the kickoff, Be about 2nd and 8 here for the Blackhawks. Folker going to come out in the shotgun. Have Dressler to his left, 2 receivers left, none right, looks left, throws left, pass complete. Isaiah Meyer with the catch.
Felker's pass complete to Izzy Meyer. Blackhawk first down.
Nice pitch and catch there by the Blackhawks between Folker and Meyer. Dressler with the carry. Gonna pick up about 4 on the play.
The carry for the Blackhawks. Carson Escalona made the stop for the Vikings.
Carson Escalona in for the stop. It's gonna bring up 2nd and 5 here. The Vikings crowding the line of scrimmage. Give is to Dressler, tries to get the edge. Gonna pick up a couple before he's swarmed by Vikings, led by Drew Primusberger there. Gonna bring up about 3rd and 3.
Drew Primusberger.
3rd and short here, and this is really where
3rd and 3 for
the Blackhawks need to convert. They've had a couple of opportunities in this 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short, and have really just shown their ability to not be able to complete it on 3rd down. They get close. It's not like typically they're in like a 3rd and 15. They're going to come out here in the shotgun. Folker with Dressler right next to him. 2 receivers right, none left. Flag on the play. And this is probably coming back. Oh, Blackhawks call a timeout, excuse me.
And tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interest. Visit MountHorebUtilities.com for more information. And by Norse Golf Club, located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Norse Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. To book a tee time, visit us online at NorseGolfClub.com or call 608-437-3399, 608-437-3399.
Back here on Wisco Radio. Crucial here, 3rd down early in this game. As Blade and I were talking, and this is really a make-or-break drive for the Blackhawks. Needing to put some points on the board here. Really needing to show signs of life as Folker rolls out. Going to throw it back towards the middle. Nice pitch and catch there as it's going to be complete for a 1st down. Lakin Hintz on the reception. Coverage there by Keel. Interesting play design, rolling out right and then throwing back across towards the middle of the field. Typically taught not to do that, but it works out there for the Blackhawks. As they're going to pick up a 1st down, and they're into Mount Horeb territory. Handoff here on the end around is to Meyer. And Meyer not going to muster much as he's going to maybe get 1.
Yeah, rain's still starting.
2 officially.
Rain definitely starting to come down a little bit. It's not quite visible, so it can't be that hard yet. But when you're looking up the lights, you can definitely see a little bit of rain coming down. But it looks like things are relatively dry still up to this point. So, but we're gonna keep an eye on that here throughout the 2nd quarter.
Folker fakes the give. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Lakin Hintz. Let's take a shot there.
Yeah, it's Carson Escalona there on the shot. I don't think anybody's going to call that one a late hit or unnecessary roughness, but definitely gave a quick little pause there for some folks on the sideline from Fort Atkinson.
Certain as Hintz is going to go to the bench. Able to walk off on his own power, actually jog off, so it's a good sign. Maybe just the wind knocked out of him a little bit. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 here. Losing their best target on their play. Flag down. And Dressler going to hurdle a man. Hurdle his own man. Going to get close, but they're, like I said, a flag. See what it is. Would it be surprised if it's offsides or false start? See what the officials call it.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a false start. I don't think that offensive line for Fort Atkinson was set, and it looks like they're lining up as such. And it is indeed officially the false start. They'll move back a few yards.
False start against the Blackhawks. 5-yard penalty.
Already backed up enough. Not where you want to be if you are a Blackhawks fan here. Going to be 3rd and 13 officially from the Viking 48. 7:56 left to go. It's Falker going to throw. Nobody home. There's a little bit of confusion there. Ketterhagen was running towards the middle of the field, and Falker threw that outside of the numbers.
Falker took a nice hit in the backfield as well. So not only did he have to get rid of the ball, but he took a nice hit to the grass. That's going to be 4th down here for the Blackhawks. Will, we said how crucial that drive was for the Blackhawks. Not able to move into a spot I think that they wanted to, but up until that drive, they're 3 and out across the board. So definitely a little bit of offensive progression on their side.
Pretty solid punt here. Going to be down inside of the 10 for of the Vikings.
The Blackhawk punt down by number 22, Robert Wildenau.
And tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by Farmer Savings Bank. Whether it is a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Vikings back here on offense, backed up in their own side of the field. Give is to Owens. And Owens going to carry a couple people with him to pick up the 1st down there.
Owens, the ball carrier.
And one thing I've liked to see from Owens tonight so far is those small progressive runs, right? I know Owens has the power and the potential to break through and make those 30, 40, 50-yard dashes. But Owens is just hitting the ground tonight, and he's getting 7, 8, 9 yards. And that's what the Vikings need to keep moving that ball down the field. Yes, it is, of course, to have nice 50-yard dash at any point. But Owens is that reliable. Let's pick up 5. Let's pick up 7. Let's pick up 9.
For certain, as a quick screen here to Primusberger. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. And he's going to get close to a 1st down. If not, pick it up.
Helgeson's pass was complete to Owen Primusberger.
I've seen that quick screen a couple of times to Primusberger. Really nice getting him involved, as he is yet another playmaker on this team. Been very limited as not getting – last year he got multiple reps at the running back position, but really that's all been Owens to this point. I like that they flexed him out to wide receiver a little bit as Helgeson fakes the screen. Nobody home deep. Going to take it himself. And Helgeson going to pick up a nice gain as it looked like he was going to get stopped for a loss, but not. Did not look like he was going to get as many as he did there, as there is a injured player For the Blackhawks, I believe that is Jared Strasburg.
Yeah, Helgeson, once again, we saw the Helgeson run in that first drive of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings offense. And I think he picked up unofficially about 65 yards on that entire drive. Add another 10, or we'll make it 9, will be official on the books there for Helgeson. So he's nearing 75, 80 yards already tonight in this first half of pure rushing alone. I think he's going to have a nice night on the stat book. We'll see what it checks out to officially here at half when we get the official stats. But Helgeson doing a great job keeping the ball down low, keeping it on the ground, and picking up substantial yards.
For certain, and really, I mean, at this stage in the game, like, though it is early, anything can happen. No need to really try and throw the ball 40, 50 yards downfield. Like you pointed to, just moving the ball, sustaining drives, taking time off the clock. It's something you really want to see. When you can control that clock, typically you are going to win the game. If you can control the clock and just keep the ball in your possession, makes it all the easier, at least. As Helgeson drops back, he is going to look deep. And he's looking for Keel. And Keel's going to come down with the ball. And Keel is going to score a touchdown. What a play there, as I didn't even think he was going to come down with that at first. Nonetheless, take it to the house. And there's kind of something you're used to seeing, is a 50-yard bomb from Helgeson to Keel on this one, but he's also thrown some to Elstead as well. And he did not get in, actually, correction.
Oh, looks like, yeah, that was an adjustment there by the official. The side judge there, you can clearly in your frame said touchdown. Oh, boy, we're going to have to go adjust this. Hold on.
Oh, I thought it was in. It's obviously hard to see from over here. Vikings line up for it, and now they're in. Touchdown, Trenton Owens.
For the Vikings touchdown.
We'll put another one on Owens' books instead of Keel's books then in this scenario. Owens.
Wait.
So
it was a touchdown.
Yeah, it looks like it was a touchdown originally, and that was the
two-point try.
Conversion, yep.
Oh. Really making us work for it.
I think we got it all figured out here from Fort Atkinson. 30-0 should be the new score up on the board.
Oh.
There it is, 30-0.
There we go.
And Vikings leading here, 5:52 left to go here in this second quarter.
Touchdown and a two-point conversion for the
And now we're all getting straightened out here in Fort Atkinson. I think everybody's on the same page now. Well, I'd like to look at one more sponsor here for us tonight, Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club. Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is looking for Mount Horeb Barneveld football alumni to join the newly created Mount Horeb Barneveld Football Alumni Club. Past players, managers, and coaches are all invited to join. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more information. Big thanks as well to Mount Horeb Barneveld Club for Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, for all that they do throughout the year and helping us historically get on the air for the playoffs, since that's a little bit of a different scenario than normal play here. So big thanks to them. Make sure to scan that QR code on your screen for more information.
Vikings set to kick off here. Valchef still doing the kicking duties. 5:52 left to go in this first half. And Valchef with the boot. Going to be fielded on the bounce by Housen. And Housen going to make a couple people miss. Take it up to about the 35. Officially going to be
Jack Wilson made the stop for the Vikings.
the 33, 34, maybe. 34. Officially. Stop made on the play by Jack Wilson.
First and 10, 34.
First and 10 here. Volker in the pistol. He's got 3 receivers right, none left. The give is to Dressler. Dressler going to hit the hole hard, but run into
Jason Dressler carrying for the Blackhawks.
Carson Escalona there. Going to be able to pick up 5, though.
Carson Escalona.
6, excuse me. Just under 5:20 left to go in this first half. Blackhawks with the ball. And they give this to Dressler. Dressler going to barrel his way forward. He is going to get a first down, I believe, with forward progress. Yep, going to give it to him. Nice little first down there for the Blackhawks. Will Ryan in there for the tackle.
He carried good for a Blackhawk first down. They will start at the 45-yard line.
Another handoff to Dressler. Another solid game. As he's going to take it across midfield here. For a got again a 6.
Brooks Burnett made the stop.
Brooks Pernot in on the tackle for the Vikings.
This drive's looking a little bit more like that last drive that Fort Atkinson had, being able to steadily move the ball down the field. At least they got a first down. Can't say the same for any of their drives in that first quarter or even the start of the second.
And a flag on the play. Likely a false start here. Offside, excuse me, on the defense. Should be an automatic first down, and it will be.
That'll give the Blackhawks a first down.
Vikings give the Blackhawks a free 5 yards as well as a first down. Ball now inside of the 45 of the Vikings. 3:50 and counting left to go in this second quarter. And in motion last. Give this to Dressler. And another chunk play. Going to get about 5 on the play.
Dressler on the carry for the Blackhawks.
And now the rain is really starting to come down here in Fort Atkinson. we're starting to see it. Wind not too bad, so we don't have whipping rains yet, but definitely an impact here shortly on the field and probably over the control of the ball. And, I'd expect to see that as a little bit of an impact of play call here for Fort Atkinson, other than the fact that they've had success with keeping the ball on the ground, moving it 4 or 5 yards every play.
Dressler going to run into a wall there after picking up, still managed to pick up a couple there. Going to make it 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 officially.
Jack Wilson and Ryan
As seemingly right now, Blackhawks offense is really what any offense wants to do when trying to control the clock. You're just getting these 5-yard runs and picking up the first down after a couple of plays, moving the chains, moving down the field. And besides that one penalty, been a really nice drive as Folker is going to get leveled on the play. Talon Stoner, I do not believe he picked up the first down. Nonetheless, got back to the line of scrimmage. Yes, loss of 1.
Stoner made the stop.
At this point, likely going to go for it.
I think they do great work by Talon Stoner there, cutting them off, making sure that, not a late hit out of bounds, of course, and keeping things under control, but making a solid hit, stopping the drive, and it's going to be a timeout. MHB, we'll take a quick break here. You're listening and watching Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings right here on Wisco Radio.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes. So contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Welcome back here on Wisco Radio. Fourth and three, for the Blackhawks. Tried to get a hard count, but ended up not working out in their favor as the Vikings did not jump. Very good discipline there by that defensive line.
5-yard false start penalty signal against the Blackhawks.
As a player or fan or coach, anybody, that's always the worst when you try and hard count someone and you end up getting one of your own players to jump, as instead of a fourth and short, it's going to be a fourth and manageable, fourth and long, somewhere in that distance.
I'd say fourth and long in this scenario. Up 8 yards. 8 yards to pick up, but I think they're going to still give a shot.
Let me change up the play call a little bit with it being a little bit farther out, as Folker is going to roll left. And he's going to throw. And he has his receiver. Catch there by Lakin Hintz. Flag on the play. Would not be surprised if this is a hold of some sort. It's always hard as a offensive lineman when your quarterback is rolling out of the pocket, trying to block.
Flag in the backfield, I would be surprised if it wasn't a hold.
Trying to block laterally is a lot harder than it looks, as the officials still discussing. Though I think everybody on the field knows what it is, as it was signaled on the Blackhawks. See what the official word is. And it is a hold here. Yet another crucial penalty for the Blackhawks. And they are going to bring out the punt team this time. 2:12 left to go in this first half. Vikings up 30-0. And they're going to get one more chance here as Primusburger is waiting at the 25 and Keel back at the 10. Kick is away. It is high and short. Going to roll out of bounds around the 34 of the Vikings, and that's where they will start on offense. Ketterhagen with a short punch. He has struggled in that area to this point of the game.
Yeah, and really what it comes down here for Fort Atkinson is doing it to themselves, really, on offense. They had 4th and 2. Unfortunately, that hard count, as you said, 4th and 3, made them jump, had moved back to 4th and 8, had a holding call. Now they are 4th and well beyond any sort of distance to try to attempt 4th down conversion. And unfortunately, they had to punt it away. And that's just not what you want to see on offense. If, you're really just shooting yourself in the foot at that point. You're not even giving the offense a shot.
Little bubble screen here to Elstead. Helgeson threw it a little out in front as Elstead could not corral it.
Things are getting a little slippery out there, I think. Had about a solid 10 minutes of rain here, so things are starting to slicken up. Let's run to 2 minutes here. 30-0, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings leading Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Really some overall success from the Vikings offense, both in the air and on the ground. Keel, Owens, Helgeson, really all of the offensive superpowers have come out tonight and shown a little something.
For certain, their playmakers are making plays. That's how simple it is, as Owens gets the carry here. He's going to take it to about the 37, maybe the 38, if the spot is generous.
The stop by Jack Hunt.
3rd and 7 here. 1:44 and counting in this first half left to go, as the Vikings really not trying to push any pace at this point in the drive. Already up 32-0. Probably the smart move by them. Wouldn't mind a score here, just, keep it. It doesn't hurt, especially this early, extending this lead, but then keep playing the way they're playing. They shouldn't have to worry, as pass is going to be completed to Asherman for a first down and some. Going to take it up to the Blackhawk 44, as they're going to run. You're going to go some tempo here, as the clock is winding down. Close to a minute left in the first half. As they have a bunch formation on the left. Helgeson in the pistol. And the give is to Owens. A flag on the play. See what this is.
And Owens is still up.
Oh.
But I would expect that one to come back.
He recovered his own fumble.
Oh,
There's a flag in the field.
Recovered his own fumble. I
couldn't even see that from the side of the field. There are too many players in between.
We'll see what. Wouldn't be surprised this is a holding or some sort.
Yeah, there's the hold call officially. Vikings moving back. 57.2 left here in the second quarter.
1st and 20 for the Vikings. 57 seconds. See how aggressive they get here. We know they can move the ball. Obviously, looking back a couple of weeks at the DeForest game with like 4 seconds left, Helgeson threw a deep shot to Keel, and Keel caught it, broke a tackle, and walked his way into the end zone. As they're not afraid. They're not afraid to throw it deep, obviously, and not afraid to try and score, as Owens is going to be stopped in the backfield here. Very rare. Rare to see that, but I think everyone in this stadium knew what was coming.
Timeout here by the Vikings. That's going to be their second of the half. We'll stay here. 33.4 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 24 officially here for the Vikings on their timeout. And well, this Vikings team has had, I think, quite the success. Currently, statewide, looking at number 4. Moved down from number 3 last week. Tied at the number 4 spot this week. And I know that's not something that Coach St. Arnold is chasing, of course, but that's notable for a team like Mount Horeb Barneveld to be up in the state rankings for their division. And there's some eyes on this Mount Horeb Barneveld squad, especially coming in here to the second half of the season. We'll talk about that here a little bit later. We won't jump the gun, but I think there's a couple eyes looking at this team here as we move into the back half of the season.
Like we mentioned over the course of this year, this is a very special team, as Helgeson is looking deep. He's going to fire. He has Primusberger right at the sticks. Did not complete the first down, so the clock isn't going to stop, but there is going to be a timeout on the field, and I believe the Vikings are going to use their final timeout.
Yeah, great work there by Mount Horeb Barneveld. Get it now to 3rd and manageable. Was 2nd and 24. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Seen that Primusberger found a soft spot there in the zone, and just Helgeson was able to deliver it, especially those. He kind of just waited there for it, so getting that ball to him quick enough to the point where no defender could get there first, I guess. And he did. Primusberger did take a shot there, but able to hold on to the ball and complete the catch and make it a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and short, excuse me, rather than a 3rd and a mile.
And good time management there by St. Arnold, using his timeouts. Not going to carry over, so you might as well use them, especially when you're trying to run or keep the clock a little bit maintained here. 23 seconds left in the half.
Helgeson gets it to Keel. Nice little out route there.
And good work there again by the Vikings. Great, wonderful play call there. Making that little out route to the sideline and stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock. 18.9 seconds here. Vikings looking like they're wanting to do something here before half. They have the energy and the poise to get something on the board here with 19 seconds left.
little bunch set on the right. Wouldn't be surprised if they have someone go deep and then have someone work to the sidelines. As Helgeson got to get rid of that ball, and he does so. Had a little bit of pressure, forced him to go outside of the pocket. 12 seconds left here. Figure maybe one more play as the rain is starting to fall down here in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Who doesn't like a rain game?
You know, we've been really lucky, Will, having some really good games, and now Fort is going to take a timeout here. So Blackhawks taking their second timeout of the half. Looking to regroup here after a quick Mount Horeb Barneveld offense is running down the field. Well, we've been really lucky throughout this entire season having some beautiful games. I don't think there's been a questionable game yet. And this one's not even that bad. You know, just a little bit of rain. The temperature is quite nice. Yeah,
like you're saying, and I bet you for a player being out on the field, wearing all the equipment, a little rain it feels nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of players, maybe the quarterback every now and then throwing the ball, that are going to complain too much about a rain game.
As long as it's not a rain out.
Yeah.
Then you're okay, bud. Vikings and Blackhawks taking the field again here. 12.5 seconds left in half. 30-0 Mount Horeb Barneveld over the Blackhawks. Mount Horeb Barneveld sitting at 32.
Helgeson drops back. He is looking end zone. And Vikings have got to line this up if they want to do something. I don't think... And they're not going to try anything here. They're just going to let the clock run out. 30-0 Vikings up after the first half. And we'll be back with some halftime stats on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Welcome back here from Fort Atkinson High School. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings 30 over the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, nothing. About 8:35 left to go here in the halftime. Fort Atkinson band on the field for homecoming performance for the Blackhawks. Will, what were you seeing here from the Vikings side of things? Obviously, score says a lot here from an offensive side. I think they really took things over offensively here early, especially on their first and second drives. Mount Horeb Barneveld came out strong, 16-0 for quite a while there, and took the foot off the gas. But, Will, what did you see from the Vikings side that really stood out to you?
I think something that the score doesn't tell is how much different things we saw from the Vikings. I think I've noted before, they threw a tight end screen. We haven't seen that this year. Just throwing something different, and in a game like this where you're up a lot, you can try things, and it's always good because it's always nice to have those plays in your back pocket come late season, and especially in playoff time when you're going to be playing some more tougher competition. But like I said, really like what we've seen from the Vikings early in this first half.
Yeah, Will, and something that we've mentioned past or previously here, not so much tonight, but we've mentioned the the sort of seniority on this team really doesn't favor necessarily a future Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings team. And so to not only get those plays out there and to start seeing some of those younger players start taking the field, I expect to really see that here coming towards the second half of this game, start to really favor some of those younger players, especially if the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings able to keep this lead up here 30-0.
For certain, and like you were saying, along with those younger players, when you look at their roster, two of the biggest parts of their offense and their quarterback and their tailback are both seniors, and they're going to be leaving after this year. So just that next man up mentality really needs to come into play, I believe, for the Vikings in this second half, as sophomore quarterback Brooks Hendrickson is likely going to take the reins next year as the starting quarterback for this Mount Horeb Barneveld team.
Well, we have an extended halftime tonight for Fort Atkinson homecoming. We have a few minutes left here. We'll send it to another quick break. Listen to our sponsors. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Mount Horeb Barneveld 30 over Fort Atkinson, nothing. We'll be right back with halftime stats and second half action right here on Wisco Radio.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program.
The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
Welcome back here to Fort Atkinson High School. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings 30, Fort Atkinson 0. Got about, you had another 2 minutes on the clock. It was an extended halftime here for homecoming from Fort Atkinson. So another about 2 minutes or so. But we got some stats for you. We'll talk about stats here while Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings just took the field and are warming up here. And we're looking at these stats. I mean, what stands out to you? I'll just, before I let you go on a ramble here, for me, total yards 297 to 54. I mean, I think that speaks for nearly the entire game. The offense has been completely driven by the Vikings. Defensively, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings has been able to really keep up and keep things moving and really put pressure on Fort Atkinson. 54 yards in total, and I think those were split, honestly, between 2 drives. So that's what stands out to me here for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. One more thing before I send it over to you. 122 on the ground, 175 in the air for the Vikings. That's a really even spread in a game that has been probably would have favored the ground game a little bit more. If you were to look at the books here coming into the game, I think people would have said ground game was going to be the key to tonight's game, but really spread out and even really favoring that air game.
For certain, and I just want to get back to that point you said, that, 54 yards
total.
officially for Fort Atkinson, and as like you said, really came on the last 2 drives. Even more specific, the last drive, when you just seen them running the ball, they got it up to about the give or take 35 or so, barring some penalties. And it's just really good to see the Viking defense come together and clamp up and really not let the Blackhawks do anything on offense, whether it be passing or trying in the rushing game. And it's completely opposite the other way. The Vikings have shown their ability to do whatever they want, and that's really how you're going to win football games.
Yeah, you see that, Will, here on the stat sheet. 14 first downs for Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings for Fort Atkinson. So you can it all kind of paints the picture that we've been painting as well throughout the first half. Vikings offense firing on all cylinders, 297 tonight. Vikings defense making some big stops, keeping the Fort Atkinson Blackhawk offense at bay on their homecoming night tonight. So coming into the third quarter here, 30-0, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings leading over Fort Atkinson. We got 12 minutes on the clock, and I think we are going to be ready to go here shortly.
All right.
Well, we have a few minutes here. I'd like to thank sponsors for tonight's game: First Weber, Mark Nortman, and Kittleson Landscape Incorporated, Mount Horeb Utilities, and Norse Golf Club, Farmer Savings Bank, Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, Mount Horeb Chiropractic, and Samuelson Eye Care. Thank you for all of our sponsors tonight for making tonight's broadcast possible and for bringing you Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings all season long. We're in the back half of the season. It's kind of crazy to think about already, Will, that we're closing in on the back half of this regular season. Only have 2 more road games for the Vikings after this one, and then a final home game, which is going to be homecoming against Portage from Mount Horeb Barneveld mid-October there. That's October 13th. Shameless plug, we'll have some celebrities coming back on the broadcast for that game. If you've watched any of Mount Horeb Barneveld's broadcast over the years, I think you could guess what's going to happen for that game, but that will be Friday, October 13th, as the third quarter is underway here in Fort Atkinson.
Yeah, and with that kickoff, almost really just that kickoff tells the story for the whole game, as was not a very far kick and actually ended up going out of bounds for the Blackhawks there. Really rough, especially on a homecoming night, but nonetheless, at the end of the day, it is a football game, and it does count towards seeding in the playoffs and in your conference as well.
So ball is going to be spot at the 35-yard line. I'll take out 1st and 10.
1st and 10 here, and the starter's still out on offense.
Normal cast of characters take the field here for the Vikings.
They're going to go 4 receivers out to start the second half. 2 left, 2 right. Owens in the backfield. Helga's going to drop back. Going to try and get a swing pass to Owens. Play is blown up there, though, by Brennan Dempsey on the play. Got some pressure on Helgeson, and then when Helgeson threw the ball, was able to get his hands up and really disrupt that play. As on the Fort Atkinson side for the defense, on the season, one of their big playmakers, Archer Brantmeyer, has 6 tackles for loss. Really have not seen him in the backfield. Really have not seen anybody get too much pressure on Helgeson to this point. And he's going to keep it here. Going to get outside, cut it upfield. Going to take it to about the 46 of the Blackhawks.
74, Trace Hadler on the stop there for the Blackhawks, and I think that's got to put, we'll get the official stats here in a second. I think that's got to put Helgeson nearly at 100 yards on the ground tonight. He has been finding those holes and taking them for at least 10+ nearly every time.
Helgeson in the pistol. He's going to give to Owens. Owens going to try bounce outside, cutting it back up. Going to get a solid gain of about 7 on the first down carry.
He's stopped by Cameron Brown and Jack Hammer. Gain of 6, second down 4.
Second and 4 here. Gain of 6 officially. Ball on the 39 of the Blackhawks. As Helgeson in the shotgun is going to give to Owens. As Owens is going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to pick up the first down and a little bit more, adding to his total for the night. Sure, that's over 100 yards as well. Would not be surprised.
Yeah, we'll get the official stats here in a second as well for Owens. But yes, he's well over 100 yards as well tonight. 10:33 left to go. 30-0 still here for the Vikings as they are marching down the field. Started at the 35-yard line and on their own side.
Really showing that they want to keep running the ball here. Well, winding down the clock, doesn't hurt. Helgeson, though, he is going to drop back here, and he's looking deep for Ashelman. And maybe a little bit of miscommunication there as That ball was thrown on Asherman's back shoulder, but Asherman did run inside a little bit. He had a shot at the ball. Just a little bit of miscommunication there. Had a little bit of separation. Nonetheless, 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings from their own, or from Blackhawk 29, excuse me. Helgeson in the shotgun. He's going to look left. He's going to throw. Pass is juggled and then caught by Elstead. Elstead making a couple people miss as well. Going to take it down to the side of the 10. What a play by Elstead. Able to corral that ball. Hit him right in the chest. Couldn't hang on initially, but able to hang on and take it for a really nice gain. Take it down to the 10. Should be 1st and goal. There's the Vikings yet again knocking on the door. The Vikings are going to spread it out a little bit here. Helgeson in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Give is to Owens. He's going to barrel his way forward for a couple.
The stop by Trace Adler and Sharon Strasburg.
What? Primusberger gets it on a touch pass, and Primusberger trying to find the end, and Primusberger is going to be down. Down short, the officials say. Going to be a 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal here. Third and goal for the Vikings. 2 to go. 2 yards to go for the score. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Going to give to Owens. And they're going to call it a touchdown. Touchdown, Trenton Owens there. That'll be his 2nd of the night, I believe. And the Vikings extending their lead to 36-0 here. Likely going to go for 2. Owens in the backfield here. And the give is to Owens, and he's going to try to barrel his way forward, but I do not think he's going to get there.
He's stuck right there. 2-point conversion, no good. And we'll take this time to recognize some of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by First Weber, Mark Nortman and Associates. When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football, and that's where you'll find Mark Nortman and Associates. Call 608-575-3393 or visit Mark at marknortman.firstweber.com. marknortman.firstweber.com. And by Kittleson Landscaping Incorporated. Be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game. Brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. 8:47 left to go here. 36-0. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings over Fort Atkinson. Vikings on the kick here.
Valchef with the kicking duties.
Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings taking advantage of that first drive just like they did their first offensive drive earlier in the first quarter. Didn't mess around and really went for it right away, and they did that exact same thing here in the third quarter.
Got it done in the running game as well, as they did basically a carbon copy essentially of that first drive. And by rule, should be starting in the running clock. And it is 8:30 and counting here. Blackhawks going to start this drive from their 39. Pretty, like all game, pretty decent field position for. At the end of the day, both teams have had it out the kickoffs. And Dressler's going to barrel his way forward for a couple.
Yeah, Mount Horeb Barneveld even starting one of their drives on the Fort Atkinson side of the field. They started at tipped kick there. Mount Horeb Barneveld starting at the 39 of the Fort Atkinson side of the field. That was, I think, early in the second quarter, one of their drives started there. So really good field position for a lot of these starts. You're absolutely right, Will.
Yeah. Talon Stoner with a tackle on the last play. 2nd and 5. They give on the play. It's to Noah Last, and he's going to be tackled by a swarm of Vikings. And obviously with the absence of Zach McGuire, it's tough. But you're looking at some of these linebackers. Landon Baumkamp, Talon Stoner, as well as Carson Escalona have all really stepped up this game. And even in the last game, after McGuire went down, it's always nice to see some depth at any position.
Yeah, you do hate to see, especially from a talented player like McGuire, you hate to see something like that not able to take the field. But it is, as you mentioned, really reassuring to see some of these players out here and not necessarily notice that McGuire isn't out there, filling that gap really nicely, having that depth. And the Vikings did a great job, and kudos to that coaching staff for able to fill that hole and make it look like McGuire is even out there.
For certain, and not only with their play on the field, but their leadership as well. As Folker's going to take a shot, and no flag is thrown there. As Elstead put a hand up very close to a penalty there, but nothing is called. The home crowd does not like it. But it's going to be a 4th down here, and the punt team is coming out. But back to what the linebackers is just not only seeing a player step up with their play on the field, as well as the leadership. You can see it there as it is a very junior and senior-led linebacker core. So just seeing everyone step up there as the punt is away. It's a shorter kick. It's going to roll, though. And Keel is going to pick it up. He's going to make a couple people miss. And he'll take it out past the 25. Flag on the play, though. Away from the ball. We'll see what the call on the field is.
The stop made by Robert Wildenauer. There is a flag on the field.
The official is disgusting. 5:25 and counting left to go in this 3rd quarter. Vikings lead it 36-0 as their offense is set to take the field yet again.
And unfortunately, in a scenario like this, clock does still run. So it's going to be an illegal block in the back there on the Vikings. That will be assessed on the first play here of the game. So it's going to be 1st and long for the Vikings. And as you mentioned, fortunately, the clock does still run if you're Fort Atkinson. Even on the long discussions, or excuse me, 1st and 10, but they'll push them back. Excuse me.
Penalty against the Vikings.
Game being far away from home, Vikings still managed to draw a pretty decent crowd over there in the bleachers.
Yeah, especially in the questionable weather, too.
Yeah. Questionable weather, almost guaranteed to not get back until like 11 or so at night. And a carry here by Owens. He's going to pick up nothing. Player is slow to get up. Actually, the first player in the backfield there. Number 84, Brogan Brosh. He's going to limp his way off the field. Managed to get off. He's going to go to the sidelines. 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings. 4:01 and counting. Helgeson in the pistol. Going to drop back, throw a little swing pass to Owens. Going to be corralled fairly quick in the backfield there. Good pursuit and good recognition there. Play is made by Brendan Dempsey. Dempsey's having a solid game. One of the few bright spots for this Blackhawk team in this game. He's been involved in all the plays on defense. And a big majority of them, at least to say the least, gets the stop in the backfield there. It's going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Vikings. See how aggressive they get, as they are going to come out with a bunch receivers on the right, one left. Owens in the backfield. Going to throw a screen to Keel. Keel makes a man miss. Keel's going to keep going. He's going to barrel his way up to about the 26. Very nice tackle made there on the play, as they got him from behind. As if that tackle would not have been made, Keel would have likely got the first down. Vikings, they're going to keep the offense on the field. Or likely going to punt with McGuire out. Helgeson going to do the punting duties.
He can throw the ball, he can kick the ball, he can run the ball. What can't the guy do? Helgeson under center looking to kick. Oh, he gets it away. Oh. And Fort Atkinson's going to start in
very good field
favorable field position, that's for sure.
See if they can put some points on the board here. Clock is stopped.
Just want to let the crowd know if you're still hungry. Rocky Rococo's Pizza is back in stock at the concession stand.
Like you said, the Blackhawks starting in very good field position, actually officially at the Vikings 34. See if they can put some points on the board with this. They're going to run a man in motion. Isaiah Meyer. Folker rolls right. He's going to look back towards the middle of the field. Pass is caught on the play by Lakin Hintz. Very solid game there on first down. I've seen them run that type of play a couple of times this game where they roll Folker out right and then he throws back into the middle of the field. Like I said earlier, not something you're typically advised to do is always throw back into the middle of the field, running the opposite way, but that play's worked for them a couple of times. As Folker's going to be in a shotgun. Dressler to his left. The give is to Dressler. He's going to barrel his way forward for a couple before being pushed back. Forward progress should give it a second or a third and short, excuse me. Will Ryan in there for the tackle. As it does look like the Vikings have put in for a second there on that play. They had some couple of reserves in there, but back to the typical starters. As Folker's going to look deep, and a pass is caught. Down to the goal line goes Hintz. What a grab. What a catch and throw there. And they're going to go to the little tempo. And Tyrus Hastings in the coverage there. As the Blackhawks showed a little bit of life here. The clock winding down in this third quarter. And Folker is going to sneak it. And he's going to get a touchdown. Touchdown there to end the third quarter. Vikings still lead at 36-6, and we'll be back for fourth quarter action on Wisco Radio.
We'll stay right here. We got an extra point, Will. We'll stay right here.
My mistake. Forgot about that. 6-36 is your score. Clock says 0. Pending this extra point, as it looks like they're going to elect the PAT. And Ketterhagen out to kick. Folker to hold. Running clock, I believe, will stop now with the score going under 35.
So it looks like they'll reset. It won't be quite the end of the third quarter, so they'll reset the clock right after this PAT. So there's 6 seconds back on.
Kick is up and good, right down the middle. Good leg by Ketterhagen. Could have hit from a little farther if he wanted.
Score is now 36-7.
36-7 is your score. Vikings lead it. 6 seconds left in this third quarter, as this kickoff return should be the last play, barring a kick out of bounds or anything like that. Running clock going off as the score is under a 35-point difference.
But a little bit of life coming to Fort Atkinson's offense there. It's good to see a little bit of offensive work, especially on their homecoming night here in Fort Atkinson. So 6 seconds on the clock, 36-7.
And Fort Atkinson's side still full. People here supporting their team through the good and the bad. Always good to see. And going to try and angle it towards out of bounds, and it is going to go out of bounds. Another flag. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with that kick. It's a little bit out of the reach of your players to grab it, but Vikings going to have 6 seconds to work with here.
Mount Horeb Barneveld going to reset here, 35-yard line on their side of the field. And it looks like, once again, normal cast of characters here hopping on the field for the Vikings. They'll probably get one play here, and we'll call it a third quarter.
Helgeson in the shotgun. Give is to Primusberger. Primusberger trying to find the edge, and Primusberger is off to the races. And Primusberger's got one man to beat, and he beats him. And Primusberger, he's going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Vikings. Just what we thought would happen.
We did say, Will, they had one play in this quarter, and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings took advantage of it. Primusberger to the house, 42-7, your score. We'll see what the Vikings do here for a point after.
65-yard touchdown.
It's really nice to see Primusberger getting involved. As it looked like at the ends, toward the ends of last year, if you remember, he was looking to be next man up as the running back. And this year you haven't really seen much of it. They really flexed him out to wide receiver. Getting him more involved in those end-around type plays is always good to see, as Vikings going to go for two, going to fake it. Helgeson tries to throw, almost intercepted there, as the intended target was number 21, Jack Wilson, the sophomore. And that is going to be it in your first quarter. Vikings lead it 42-7. And back for fourth quarter action on Wisco Radio.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
And welcome back to Fort Atkinson, your local mascot race well underway.
more like a mascot fight. They're throwing some haymakers out there as in the lead.
Looks like Jones, the Jones Dairy Farm pig, is going to win that race. 42-7, though. Speaking of winning a race here, Vikings have 1 quarter left. 42-7, Vikings on the Primesburgers 65-yard run and nailed to end that third quarter. What a way to do it, Will! And I know we said it. They had one play, and Vikings, they took advantage of it. They're not one team to let 6 seconds just run off the clock. That's for sure.
No, as like I pointed out earlier in that DeForest game, 4 seconds left. Helgeson throws up a bomb to Chris Keel, and granted he wasn't in the end zone when he caught it, but made a couple people miss and took it to the house. As they are a quick strike offense, and it's going to be dangerous come end of the season as well as postseason if they could keep that up. As Valchev's set to kick it off. And good boot here. Going to be fielded by Housen. And Housen going to be wrapped up there. Jack Wilson in on the tackle. As we've seen him a little bit more tonight than before. It's always good because he is one of their younger players. Only a sophomore here. And don't see him too much with, like we were talking about, the linebacker depth, as he is listed as a linebacker on the roster sheet.
42-7, there's that 35-point differential. Running clock will start again here in Fort Atkinson.
See how aggressive the Blackhawks decide to get here. They're going to go with bunch receiver formation. You're going to fake the give, roll right, pass complete to Dressler, but the Vikings sniff it out. And Dressler is fighting for as many yards as he could get.
Man, good fight there from Dressler. I think broke about 3 or 4 tackles there before being driven out of bounds.
Vikings starting to put in some of their backups here as a couple of new faces as number 20, Liam Patterson, number 21, obviously, Jack Wilson, and number 50, Harrison Walker in there as well. He's completely revamped the linebacker core. Secondary is still mostly the same as Falker drops back, throws over the middle of the field. Pass incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 27, Izzy Meyer. Goes incomplete.
Pass intended there for Izzy Meyer. .957 and counting, of course. Third and very long here for the Blackhawks. Obvious passing situation. They're going to go with that same through receiver bunch formation as they did on the first play of this drive. And Falker's going to roll out, and he's looking. And he's got some pressure. He's going to just heave it. And Falker is able to complete to Izzy Meyer. What a throw with 3 people in his face, able to complete it.
Runs for a Blackhawk first down.
Very, very nice throw there.
For the Viking 40.
As the give is to Dressens. He's going to barrel his way forward for a couple.
Mason Pressler carried for the Blackhawks. The initial hit by Harrison Walker.
Falker fakes the give. He's got a man running right at his face. Will Ryan gets some pressure. Able to throw it away, though. As first one to get home there was Dan Moyer. And then Will Ryan got a shot at him. Falker able to throw it away, though. Live for third down here. Third and manageable as a 3rd and 5. Falker's going to roll left. He's going to throw to the sidelines, and he has Lakin Hintz for a first down and a little bit more.
Taco Falker's pass, complete to Lakin Hintz. Tucker Shipman on the stop for the Vikings.
8:57 your local time, 7:38 and counting left on the game clock here, 42-7. And a fake to give. Pass is complete. Good catch there by Lakin Hintz, but tackled right away by Tyrus Hastings.
Tyrus Hastings on the stop for the Vikings. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 here. Falker rolling right, looking left. He's looking deep, and he had him, but the pass is going to be dropped on the play. Jared Strasburg intended as he got behind 2 defensive backs for the Vikings. As like we said, Vikings pulling, I believe now, every one of their starters. Third and about 7 here for the Blackhawks. Gonna fake the give. He's gonna throw deep. Just overshoots his target there. I believe that was Lakin Hintz as the intended receiver. Andrew Lean on the coverage.
4th and 7 for the Blackhawks.
So far we've seen from this start kind of young second string defense from the Vikings of really a bend but don't break. They've been close, have the Blackhawks on some plays, but the Vikings have hung in there and just not let them get anywhere. As pass is going to be a low throw caught there by Hintz. And
Doesn't look like they're going to give him, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. Mount Horeb Barneveld will take over at their own 22-yard line.
Play was a yard shy.
coming out at quarterback is number 19, Brooks Hendrickson, for the Vikings.
Vikings take over on down.
See what he can do is still is 5 minutes left. I don't presume that they will be throwing very much. Just getting the experience out there is always good.
Yeah, taking some varsity snaps under 5 minutes here of running clock. So 5 minutes of real time, barring turnover or an injury or
anything of
anything of such.
And the give here is to Patterson. And Patterson's going to be wrapped up here pretty quickly.
Liam Patterson carried for the Vikings.
Will be taken down for a loss of 3.
Jacob Verdens and Archer Brentmeyer.
.418 and running here. And the Vikings backed up now, 2nd and 13 in their own side of the field. As Hendrickson is going to throw, he's going to roll right. And his pass is going to be intercepted. Intercepted, and he's going to go the distance. That is going to be a touchdown for the Blackhawks. Pass is intercepted. Wildenauer with the pick 6 there. It's always a good feeling getting a big play like that on homecoming. That's good to see. But if you're just a football fan, that's good to see for any team. And I believe we're going to attempt the PAT here. Clock should not be running anymore as the kick is up and good.
Mason Petterhagen has the point after 3:33 to go in the game.
Yeah, 3:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 42-14, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings over Fort Atkinson. We'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors tonight. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. Visit MountHorebUtilities.com. That's MountHorebUtilities.com for more information. And by Norse Golf Club, located at the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Norse Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. To book a tee time, call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
What's going on? Flipping the field here, I believe. A little bit of miscommunication. As on that interception play, I don't know if it was the greatest, like for play design wise, especially with a younger quarterback. Just I'd say stick more into the pocket, getting him some easy pitch and catch throws. Maybe not as much running to his weak side hand. And this is actually going to be onside recovery here.
They're going to signal Mount Horeb Barneveld, it looks like, so they'll. It was close. It looked like they had a fair shot at it.
I thought, I'm not lying. I mean, it is a far distance from here, but I thought that one of those Blackhawk players slid in under, I believe it was Hayden Anderson. Hayden Anderson did come up with the football there, but I thought a player slid in under him. As we're going to get back to action here. Running clock is still in play. I mistaken. 3 minutes and counting left. Handoff here.
At this point, rule states it's just running clock on or stopping on scores now. Now that we've flipped it on and off a couple times, running clock will stay on, only stopping on scores. But we'll be sure to give your full report to Coach St. Arnold. Said he didn't like that play call. We'll be sure to let him know. Will Imbus up here in the booth did not like that play call.
Oh, man. What do I know? I'm not in charge. And I'm not one to tell Coach St. Arnold what to do. Is he has his Viking teams, I believe, now at 5-0, 6-0?
5-0 and creeping up in 6-0 here in 2 minutes.
6-0 and averaging over 40 points a game. As a carry here by Evan Primusberger, one of the multiple Primusbergers on this team.
Yeah, one of the names on this squad where you can't just say a last name and know who's on the play. Under 2 minutes here, 42-14, and barring anything, once again, any massive changes of possession here, this will most likely be how we end tonight.
3rd and 4. Vikings do need to pick up the first down here to officially close out the game. Let's see what they choose to do. Maybe try a pocket pass.
I might as well put a headset on Will and give it a call.
And it's going to be a handoff here, and it is going to be a first down here. Evan Primusberger with the run. And maybe one more play or so, and that should be the game. Vikings are going to win this one, barring any score on either side of the ball, 42-14.
And what a night it was, Will, for Mount Horeb Barneveld on the offensive side of the ball, really showing anybody who's watching, any scouts here, what this Mount Horeb Barneveld team can do offensively. And I know the offense, that's the points that get shown in the stat lines, on the websites, but we can't discredit the defensive play here tonight, keeping Fort Atkinson to 14, not getting a first down even until late in that second quarter. The defense was stellar for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings tonight, barring none. Fantastic work on both sides of the ball for this team. And it showed with a big win on the road, their first of a long home stretch. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings going to close it out here tonight, 42-14. They'll travel to Watertown next week for their mid-game, their mid-game away and then they'll travel to Stoughton for the final of their away series. And then finally they wrap it all up at home in Mount Horeb as they take on Portage for the homecoming game. Will, 42-14, final thoughts here for you tonight as Mount Horeb Barneveld comes out with a win, stays undefeated 6-0.
It feels like we've said this multiple times in their wins, but just a win all around, starting with the defense, getting to the quarterback, getting pressure, forcing the quarterback to make errant throws in bad plays, and then when they choose to run the ball, swarming to the ball carrier almost instantly. And then you flip it to the offensive side of the script, able to complete opposite of what their opposing team offense has been able to do. They can get it done in the running game and the passing game. Yet another balanced game from them, and obviously got the reserves out there early, so a really big win. And we'll be back next week in Watertown. Thank you again for listening on Wisco Radio. Final score: Vikings 42 and the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks 14. Thank you from Blaine and myself, and we'll see you next week.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live,